Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Zob's Wearables Tutorials. If you're new to our channel, we are saying a very big welcome to you, and please do subscribe to our channel for more videos. And if you are a return viewer, we are saying welcome back and thank you for your subscriptions. For our tutorials today, we'll be looking at how to cut a princess dart bustier blouse. That's a madame blouse, the straight blouse they use for wrapper, Igbo blouse. Some people prefer to call it that way. All right, excuse me. I have my curves, my materials, my curves, of course, my scissors, my chalk, my tape. Now, looking at my fabric, I've drawn out some lines already. And if you've been following our videos, you should be familiar with these lines for now or by now. But for those of us that are here for the first time, I'll go over the lines again. Now, from my shoulder, this beginning part, that's the selvage of my fabric, is where my shoulder line starts from. So from my shoulder to 9 inches is where I have the armhole line. That is the first line you can see this way. Then from shoulder to 10 inches, I have shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, 14.5 inches, shoulder to waist, that is 18 inches. Then the blouse length is 25 inches plus 2 extra inches folding allowance. And then my shoulder, the shoulder measurement is 16.5 divided by 2. I have 8.25. Then I added ½ inch for the sleeve allowance, making it 8.75. So I had to connect my shoulder line to my armhole line, forming this L shape you can see. Right now, let's go over to the dart placement. Okay, this is where I have my underbust. This is my bust point, and this is my underbust. On my underbust line, from the center of fold, this is the folded part, I am marking 1 inch. So the vertical line you can see here is the nipple to nipple line. That is the bust span line, and the bust span is 9 inches divided by 2. We have 4.5 inches plus ½ inch for seam allowance. That is the distance between my bust span line and my center of fold. So from the bust span line, I am measuring 1 inch inwards for my dart and 1.5 inches towards the loose end. Then on my waistline, I'll bring down my 1 inch, or I'll measure quarter in 1/4 inch, quarter in 7.5 inches. Then on this other side, 1 inch. So I'll use my ruler, my curved ruler, and connect the lines like so. Okay. And for my bust point, I am reducing, or I'm coming down by 1 inch just to reduce the sharpness around my bust point area, which I'll use my curve and connect it from there to my underbust. Now I'll come over to my shoulder line. Now for my shoulder line, I'll come down by 1 inch. That is my shoulder slope. So this is my shoulder slope, 1 inch from my shoulder line. That leaves my armhole line to be 8 inches. Now I will find the midpoint of my 8 inches. That is 8 inches divided by 2. I have 4. I'm marking the midpoint. That is 4. So from here, I'll now make a connection to my bust point from the middle of my armhole line. Okay. Now from the midpoint of my armhole, I'm going to bring it down by 1 inch. 1 inch. So I'll curve from here to my bust point. This time around I'm using the curved edge of my ruler. And you can see the shape we are having. So for the joining allowance, if I should cut this way, after joining it, I'll be running short of my measurement or fabric on this area. So I'm going to extend my dart by at least 2 inches or 1.5 inches, measuring the distance. I have 1 inch, but I'll add extra. It's always best you have extra you can trim out after joining than having less. So I'll just make it 1.5 inches and extend my armhole line. Okay, so just extend it by 1.5 inches, so that by the time I finish joining, it will rhyme together. All right, now I can use my curve and also curve this part. So I'll blunt this edge so it doesn't appear to be too sharp. Because I'm making an Igbo blouse, that is why I'm not stopping at the half length. It's going to be a full blouse. So from my full length, I am coming up by 3 inches. 3 inches, and that's where my darts are all going to go in. Connecting the dart lines to the 3 inches from my blouse length. If I want to cut, I'll go ahead, cut this way, then enter into the straight line. All right. Princess Darts and Bustier gives you room to manipulate your neckline. You can use any type of neckline you want on this, unlike the shoulder dart or the off shoulder. You're limited with the kind of neckline you want to use. But the Princess Dart, you have a lot of space around the neck region. You can use any type of neckline you want to use. So the neckline I'll be using a V shape. So I'll work with neck width of 5 inches. 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches. You can use 4.5. You can use 4. 5 inches by 5.5. Yeah, 5 inches by 5.5. So I'm going to use my ruler and make a V shape. Okay. So this is the desired neckline for this blouse. Then I'll connect the shoulder slope to my neck width. So this is what we've got so far. Now the next thing now is to place our measurements on our blouse, then cut it out. The bust measurement we are working with is bust 43 divided by 4 plus 4 inches sewing allowance. It's best you add enough sewing allowance so that by the time you're done you can trim out the excess. So we'll be having 14.75. 14.75. So I'm going ahead to mark it on my armhole line. On the under bust, you can skip this or you can still do it. On the under bust is 38.5 divided by 4 plus 4. Okay, you can skip it. So I'll be marking 14 inches. Then on my waistline, which is my supposed half length, 18 inches from my shoulder, the waist is 41 inches divided by 4 plus 4. I have 14.25. So I'll go ahead and mark my 14.25. Then the hip, because the blouse is going down to the hip, you know, when mothers they tie the wrapper they tie the first one, they lift the blouse to cover the second one, so it always falls around the hip area. That's why I used the hip measurement to fold my fabric. So the hip is 47 divided by 4 plus 4, I have 15.75. So that's what we have here, 15.75. So I'll go ahead and connect my lines. Then my armhole. Originally, the armhole is supposed to be on this initial line, on this first line, but because we are making an armhole princess dart, we have to extend our armhole to make a new armhole curve. So this is our new armhole line. So our fabric is ready for cutting. Then at the edge, we'll give it a little curve. I'll raise the edge by 1.5 inches and curve from 4 inches. You can see what we've got. So I'm going ahead now to cut it out. You can see the way I'm cutting this area. Okay, now we are done. Now we are done with our cutting. You can see the princess dart shape. So if we want to join this now, we'll start from the hem of our blouse and join it this way. All right, thank you for watching, and please do subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Thank you.